Pedro Pascal is surely the kind of celebrity who would do pretty much anything for a devoted fan. Within reason, of course. So what common request makes him squirm? You'll never guess. Which way do you prefer your Pedro Pascal? The highly in-demand actor comes in many flavors these days. There's Oberyn Martell on Game of Thrones, the headstrong Dorne royal who rarely hesitates to remind the people of King's Landing that his homeland is better than the rest of Westeros in every conceivable sense.
In some places, the highborn frown upon those of low birth. In other places, the rape and murder of women and children is considered distasteful.
There's Joel in The Last of Us, a gruff, taciturn survivalist making his way with his surrogate daughter Ellie in a post-apocalyptic world overrun by fungus zombies.
We'll get through this.
I know.
And then there's Din Djarin on The Mandalorian, a stoic bounty hunter who spends his days traversing the Star Wars universe with his tiny, green, button-pushing adopted son, Grogu.
Wherever I go, he goes.
Mando, please. Where we're going, you don't want to take a child, trust me.
Out of the actor's best-known roles, it's Din who's the most defined by his voice. Given the character's habit of never removing his helmet, it often falls to Pascal to communicate what he's feeling through the tiniest inflection or variation in his vocals. In fact, a lot of times, it's not even Pascal underneath all that Beskar armor on the Mandalorian set. That makes it even more important the actor really knocks it out of the park when it comes to his line delivery, which he does without fail pretty much every time out. Pascal himself has the personality and enthusiasm of a human golden retriever in most of his interviews, and seems game to do just about anything he's asked. Whether that entails taking a lie detector test or telling GQ which 10 things he can't live without. He would, however, very much appreciate it if people stopped asking him to do his Mando voice, though almost definitely not for the reason you would guess off the top of your head. Speaking on The Graham Norton Show, Pascal confirmed that older Mandalorian fans frequently want him to talk like Din for their children whenever they encounter him, be it in the real world or online. He explained how people will walk up to him and say things like,
"Hey, you know, Charlie, this is the Mandalorian," and they're like, "What?" And they look at me, and they're like, "Who the hell is that?"
Indeed, considering how rarely Din removes his helmet on the show, it's understandable kids wouldn't immediately associate Pascal with Baby Yoda's father figure. He's certainly not the first actor to encounter this sort of issue either. During his own appearance on The Graham Norton Show back in 2015, Tom Hanks revealed that children are typically confused when they meet him in real life, and their parents insist he's Woody from Toy Story. In that case, though, Hanks admitted he's usually able to win them over by asking the kids to close their eyes and shouting something in his Woody voice, like,
And then I said, "We gotta get back to Andy's room right away, guys!" And then they go,
Unfortunately for Pascal, he's had another and much more awkward problem doing his Mandalorian voice for the series' younger fans. He confessed,
It sounded so inappropriate because it's actually kind of a very breathy, low-register bedroom voice.
Given the context, one can follow Pascal's meaning. On The Mandalorian, Din's voice sounds perfectly appropriate for someone who not only tends to speak behind a helmet that completely covers his face, but also one whose chosen line of work generally requires him to deal with rather dangerous individuals. Coupled with the design of his body armor, the actor's growly, man-with-no-name styled voice only serves to make Din that much more intimidating to his enemies, and anyone else who's even considering attacking him. Strip all that away, though, and you're left with a man speaking in a somewhat sexy, guttural tone for no apparent reason.
I don't like this.
Mind you, Pascal seems to be taking this issue in stride, and doesn't appear genuinely upset about the whole thing so much as politely flustered. Still, the next time they encounter him in person, fans would do better to refrain from making this particular request. Thanks to his recent success in the small screen, it's surely harder than ever for the actor to go anywhere in public without people immediately recognizing him and asking him to do something for them.
That's a difficult task.
The last thing any fan wants to do is knowingly force the world's favorite TV dad to do something he's admitted to being uncomfortable with on some level.